today is our Inlay Brow Bomber kit, and our Inlay Brow Bomber kit has our step number 1, which is our brow lift. This is what's going to open up the hair cuticle. It's also known as the cold perm. It has a pH balance of between 9 and 9.5. So this is what's going to open up the hair cuticle, so it's going to break down the disulfide bonds so we can change the structure of the hair. And then you get the brow lock bottle, which is step number 2. And this has a pH of between 2.5 and 3.5. And this is what's going to tighten the hair back up, and it's going to form new bonds, which is going to set it into the new shape that we've created. And then we have our Inlay Brow Bomber butter, which is our step number 3, and that's our nourishing oil that comes, it's an oil slash butter, and that's what you're gonna leave on your clients, and that's what's gonna put more nutrients into their brows after the treatment. And then we have our brow lamination adhesive called the Mr. Fix. This is for clients who, after you do step 1, if you can't get the brows to set exactly how you want them without using something like a brow lamination adhesive, this is where you're going to use Mr. Fix. You're going to use a tiny bit of the product and mold the brows into the shape that you want to create, and then that's when you put step 2 on after that. Then we also have our Inlay F brushes. They are like little mascara wands, and they have little small bristles, so you're able to have a little bit more precision than using a wand to get and separate those hairs exactly how you want them. So we don't just have the brow lamination product in bottles, we also do have the Inlay Brow Bomber in sachets. So if you are an artist who doesn't do brow lamination that often and you don't want to open up the bottles, then we do have the sachets as an option as well. You get 6 sachets in each box of the product, so it's an awesome alternative for somebody who doesn't do a lot of procedures in a week.
So how you want to open an inlay sachet is you take the fillering tool and you gently poke the front of the sachet, making sure not to go to the back side, just so that the product is being released from the front. Squeeze some product out and then you can use it. And then to seal it, all you're going to want to do is just wipe the front of the sachet to make sure there's no extra product. Put a piece of transport or micropore tape over top to make sure that it's airtight. Fold it over and put on a binder clip.
Another amazing thing about the Inlay Brow Bomber line is that these bottles are airless bottles, meaning that no air can get in, so no oxygen is going to disrupt the product. Every time you pump it, you're just going to get the product coming out and no air getting in. It's also a zero waste bottle, so you're going to get every last drop of product out of these. The next kit I'd love to go over with you is the brow tinting set. This is awesome to have at your salon or for yourself as an artist. It comes with an amazing color chart. This color chart goes over all the different inlay tints. So when you open it up, it has all the different tints down here. It has how it looks like on the hair, and then it has how it looks like if you're mixing the colors together. So if you do have a client who is a little bit more nervous and hasn't maybe had tint done before, it's a great alternative to be able to grab your color chart. It looks so professional. They put so much thought into it, and be able to go over and explain how colors look once on the hair. And then inside the tinting set, we have all the different inlay tints. So it goes from shiny black, chestnut, brown, light brown, cappuccino, blue night, red, and silver. Then there also is the Inlay Sunshine Bleach. We have the Inlay Developer, and do take note that Inlay's Developer is 1.5%. Most developers that we see here for lashes and brows in Canada is 3%. In Europe, the standard has to be 2% or lower. So Inlay went just that much further and made theirs a 1.5%, which means that it's super gentle, yet it's so still really, really effective. And it's nice because our hairs on our eyebrows and our lashes are super delicate, so we want to treat them that way. And then we have our Inlay Saline Solution. So that's what you're going to use to make sure that you're making sure the lashes or brows are super clean before you do the treatment. And then we have our Pro Tint Remover. So if you need to remove any excess tint, that's great to use. It comes with the little Inlay Solo dish. So this is what you mix the developer with the tint in. And then we have our Michelangelo brush, and the Michelangelo brush is amazing. It has a really long bristle so that you're never needing to worry about touching the product to the metal of the brush because the bristles are so long. too. This is a great kit. It gives you everything you need, especially if you have a salon or if you're someone who does brows a lot. You literally have everything in here besides the inlay mousse, and the inlay mousse does come separate. And this is a gentle foaming mousse. It's pH balanced, so it's perfect to use before any lash lift, lash filler treatment, or brow lamination. Inlay also did develop a facial wax, and it's called the Inlay Sensitive Wax. It is a hard wax. It comes in the little beads like this. So you put the beads of wax into the little waxy pot and warm them from there. If you've never used a hard wax before, hard wax is slightly different than soft wax, as you melt the wax down and then you apply the wax to the facial area, you let it harden, and then you remove it from the face without using any strips, so there's less waste and less cost to your business. The sensitive wax is so nice, and the little waxy warmers are so cute as well. The great thing about the Inlay Sensitive Wax is there's no fragrance to it, and it is super, super, super gentle on the delicate face and skin area. You guys are gonna love it. It's definitely my go-to wax, and my clients feel like it's virtually painless.